How is Sam Sulek approaching his cutting cycle to win Arnold Classic? Even though he doesn't feel as big during the lift in a shirt, the moment he strips down lean, he looks like he has tripled in size. His midsection is starting to look freaky, sharper every day, and the leaner he gets, the more random cuts and striations appear out of nowhere.
But during the pose down, when I'm leaner, it's like I may as well have freaking tripled in size. But yeah, midsection is starting to look extra freaky. Right, the leaner I get, the more interesting random cuts and striations will just begin to appear,
pulling him deeper into the mindset needed for a real championship prep. That's why he locks in 2550 calories, a number that cuts fat without killing his metabolism. And that control is the main strategy of his prep. If you don't want to miss such updates in future, hit follow right now. He knows dropping to 2000 would make the scale fall faster, but it would crash his energy and slow the long game. Turning the cut into a fight, he cannot win. His macros stay locked at 250 grams of protein, 275 of carbs, and 50 grams of fat. He keeps fat low because it just adds empty calories without helping recovery, so he fuels his performance with carbs instead. He weighs himself every morning after the bathroom with no food, no drink, and no clothes to keep it consistent. But the cheap bathroom scale keeps jumping by a pound and repeating numbers, creating doubt. That's why he wants a hyper-accurate scale that shows tiny changes so he knows the cut is actually working.
I feel like sometimes on a regular bathroom scale, like a $10 kind of thing, sure, it's just about right, but that pound up and down variance, that's not cool.
After being stuck at 240 pounds for days, he finally dropped to 238.8, and that single shift brought the momentum he needed. Now he tracks his weight on a paper to plot the trend and remove guesswork from his prep. Post-workout, he gets 35 minutes of cardio on the bike, and he gets through it by watching TikTok edits or old pictures of himself super lean because it keeps him excited to push harder. Some days the timer feels stuck and the minutes crawl, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. But only if you keep doing it every single day. He compares it to the monkey from BoJack, who says you just have to keep climbing the hill, and that mindset keeps him locked in during prep. But how do you even choose your starting calories without guessing? Start with a maintenance calculator, plug in your stats, and follow the suggested cutting target for full 2 weeks. Then face the truth with brutal honesty, because the real problem starts when people lie to themselves about what they ate. If the scale doesn't move, you either undercounted or you need fewer calories. That simple rule is why most people quit before they even see progress. Cutting is slow, uncomfortable, and thankless, which is exactly why it works. But what about macros when cutting gets tough? His macro structure stays simple with 1 gram of protein per pound, 50 grams of fat, and the rest carbs, and he avoids draining calories early by not eating a huge breakfast. He saves more food post-workout and later in the day so he doesn't feel trapped when hunger hits. And this control keeps his prep steady. He doesn't rely on a fancy written program, only the same go-to meals he trusts. So the question is, how do you see Sam's cutting approach, and does it motivate you to chase your goals with the same intensity? Don't forget to like and share with your friends.